Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm going to be back on the 1964 Chevrolet Impala crew cab today. I've been working on airbagging this car. I'm getting really close to being finished with it. I've got all the airbag suspension part of it installed, and I'm basically down to I've got to run my airlines, I've got to mount the pod in the car, and I've got to wire everything up. So stay tuned and follow along with me as I finish this car up. Over the weekend, I worked on the car. I didn't really do much filming. I finished up installing the airbag onto the passenger side front, so now all the airbags are installed, the shocks, everything as far as the suspension goes. I went ahead and got the compressors and the tank mounted up here. They're basically mounted up toward the front of the trunk, like right up at the seat, the back of the seat. I've got to run the wiring for those, but the tank's all bolted down. All the fittings are in the tank. I've got the compressors hooked to the tank, and I've got the compressors in place and bolted down. Or the bolts are through the floor, but I haven't put the nuts and lock nuts up on, or lock washers up on the bottom of them. So I've got to get those bolted in next, and then I'm going to start running all the wires and hoses for the system. Alright, I got the pod inside the car mounted now. I got to hook up the two front airlines to it, and then I'm going to start running the rear airlines from the rear airbags up to the front. Alright, I'm going to run this air tank feed from the air tank to the pod up to the front. The best way I've found to do this is I've got the tank mounted up right behind the back seat. I just remove the seat bottom. I'm going to run the hoses up through here and right along the seal plate and up to the gauge pod mounted at the bottom of the dash there. Alright, I'm going to bore a hole in the floor, the front part of the trunk floor right there, like right behind the back of the seat, or where the seat back would go. And that's where I'm going to bring the two airlines up inside the car for the rear bags. and I'm gonna run them along that seal panel up the side, up the driver's side, and around up to the gauge panel to feed the rear airbags. That's the only 2 lines I've got left to run. Plus, I've got to get a power wire from inside the trunk up under the car to the front up here to the battery. So I'm going to use that same hole to get the power wire up there for that.
Yeah.
Okay, on the 64 crew cab, we're down to knocking out the wiring. That's all that's left. Wire in the compressors, run the power wire to the battery, ground, etc. I got this power wire ran from the battery, or from that compressor back there, or the compressors. There's a distribution block back there I installed for that power wire. I got the power wire ran up the chassis now and up here onto the fender weld. This is a 100 amp circuit breaker here. I got it mounted here and a wire coming out of it ready to hook onto the battery here. And then, like I said, I've got to make this up. And that'll be the power feeding the compressors. I've got the wiring finished here. I'm gonna go flip the key on and see what we got. Hopefully no smoke. Okay, all the wiring's completed. The compressors are functioning. I'm gonna clean up my mess, get the wheels bolted back on it, put the back seat back in it, tidy up a couple things, and I'll back it out and give you guys a look at it. I got this Impala backed outside. It really looks like a totally different car now. Hang on here just a second. Alright, here she is. I got her backed out, and I let the air ride bags or whatever all the way down. And here's what she looks like now. She's on the ground. The little crew cab looking right. I still got a couple little small knick-knack things I need to go back over on the car, but so far everything seems good. The I turned the compressors on and the tank filled up, triggered the pressure switch, it cut the compressors off. I've aired it, up, let it all the way down, obviously. Everything seems to be functioning good. This little car looks good now. That totally changed the look of it. I like it. He's gonna have to go get his exhaust refixed where I had to cut it off. I think he wants to run it back on out the back of the car like it was. He'll probably need to get his front end lined up now because this is going to change everything. He needs to get it lined up where he's going to drive it, whatever ride height's going to be for him. But she looks good. A little 4-door crew cab. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the videos. Stay tuned because I got some big surprises coming up. This is the last vehicle that I had to work on that was for a customer. Now I'm going to get back focused working on my own stuff again. So things are going to get busy around the shop here for me. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell so you'll get updates when I post a new video. Y'all have a good day. Catch you in the next video.